hi, I'm Jeff Gruber, and I was in that band.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
You did it.
That's great. Wow, off to a great start.
Yeah, we're rolling now.
Okay.
Welcome, man.
Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks for having me.
I'm glad you're here.
Yeah.
What's been going on?
Well, everything, nothing, the same things, that sort of stuff. We good?
Yeah, I was looking at the levels. They're fine.
Okay, great.
I'm the engineer too, by the way.
Good.
Not only the host.
You're doing a great job. Yeah, I don't know. Right now, have been playing quite a bit with a band called Bandolero out in the East Dallas, I suppose. And also playing with a group called Squirrel the Girl, and play with Bar Band a couple times a year. And when I can, get to play with Casey Hess and some of his projects from time to time as well. That's kind of what's been happening with me most recently.
Yeah. We did that. We did a Ryan Thomas Becker show.
We totally did a Ryan Thomas Becker show.
I am
in that band.
We got a text about that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Some hopefully exciting news coming up with that.
Yes, that's a very, very fun project for sure.
I've subbed now with both Bandolero and Squirrel and the Girl, and I realized that are they kind of a part of the same friend group? Or are they connected?
There's definitely a connection.
Beyond you, obviously?
Yeah, no, it's not even me. So the bassist of Squirrel and the Girl, Sean Gaffney, played in a band called Getaway Driver, and that also had Brad Fletcher and Rick Sukar from Bandolero.
Okay.
And they did, from what I understand, there was some original music. They also kind of started skewing into doing some Wilco covers, and then they started, would do maybe some other classic rock stuff or whatever. Somehow, the guy that started Bandolero, Paul Corliss, he found Brad, and then Brad invited Rick and I think Sean, and so they the three of them were actually kind of in Bandolero, or Sean might have been a little peripheral. I don't know if he was in full time, but that was sort of the connection. And actually, the band that eventually became Squirrel and the Girl. Mm-hmm. At the time, it was kind of nameless, but the very first show that group played, our main drummer couldn't play, and Fletcher subbed.
Okay.
And then Rob Dance, who's also in Bandolero, was in what became Squirrel and the Girl at the time. So it's very incestuous. Yeah, okay. There's a lot of connections. But yeah, it is all sort of the same sort of social scene over in, our part of town.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's I don't think I had realized it until I did play with you guys, because I do keep up with what you post about, which is usually the set list and some stuff from the show. But I was man, this is touching all of the Gruber bases for me. But there's a part of your aesthetic that I don't think I had really hit on very much, was I think you have a thing for guilty pleasures or something.
Definitely.
And we would do this there's something with Holiday Road. Yeah. Where no one thinks to play that. I don't think anyone even realizes that they know that.
Yeah.
It's it's, it was it's so closely associated with the vacation movies that everyone's just yeah, that's their song everybody knows, but I don't think anyone knows really what it is or what. And so that's a great sleeper pick. Or Hello.
Oh, man, definitely. Yeah. Guilty pleasure is a great way to describe it, for sure. It's cool songs that you probably almost forgot about.
Yeah.
But it's not really a deep dive into the Lionel Richie catalog or the Lindsey Buckingham solo catalog.
Yeah. Yeah, it's you know it, but you haven't thought about it, or but I think on something like Hello, just on the way it sounds, and then how how the song's like kind of, it's got a creeper value or something, and
Yeah.
that may have something more to do with the video than or like it feeds in,
Yeah, definitely.
you know. And so like, but then there's like a fucking wicked guitar solo in there, which you also know really well.
Yes, love that solo.
And so like, I think there's so many things where like, it's like if that was on the radio, people are like, no, punch out, you know, not doing that. But like then you're in a room and all of a sudden like this band that you might be vibing with is playing it and you're like, okay,
Yeah.
you know, all right. And then, you know, it's like everything happens. I feel like you got like there's a part of your like musical personality. It's like, no, man, you like this. You know, like you've maybe tried to convince yourself this is lame somehow, but it's not.
Yeah, for sure. Let me remind you how, just listen to it. For real, just pay attention to it.
Seriously.
Because it's a cool song.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Like, reconsider, or like drop your bullshit, you know, like I dig that. And that's like a fun thing to like bring to a band. And that's like playing with Squirrel and the Girl, like, it's fun to invite people out. Cause I was like, I don't know. It's like hits,
Like what? Yeah.
you know, 70s and 80s and a little bit of 90s hits, but not really obvious. I mean, there's some that, you know, y'all play Dreams.
Yeah,
I noticed
sure.
y'all played several Dreams.
Yes.
The other weekend, which is great.
I like doing that.
Yeah. What are there other what's another popular song title?
No, another one that we did The Wait, Can't Hardly Wait, and The Waiting.
Yeah. When you write set lists, people are like, oh, I see what you did there.
Yeah.
You don't ever get like a full on laugh. You get a I'm also a fan of these kind of jokes.
Yeah.
Is like just that, like I made the Bob Weir sticker that like looks like the Gunfighter Ballads
Oh yeah.
thing, and then I like pasted Chuck Berry's head on it. I worked with our friend Tony on it for it was like a kind of a pandemic, like,
Yeah.
you know, back and forth for a while. And I hand them to people, and everyone kind of looks at it and goes, and then like looks back up at me and goes, huh. Like no one ever thinks it's as, I mean, and maybe that's all it needs.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all I need, but it's really funny that I've never gotten anyone being like, awesome.
It's like, that's clever. Good job.
Not even.
No,
just like, huh.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's similar reactions probably to the set list, but I think of the Squirrel and the Girl set list as like mixtapes, sort of like, you know, you were saying like, you remember you like this, you know, and it's also sort of like you know, I think it's fun to sort of juxtapose, you know, Fleetwood Mac and the Cranberries like pretty close to each other, you know, and stuff like that, just because sonically, you know, if you're playing to a bar crowd, you're appealing to one group with this song and another group to that, but they both have kind of heard both Dreams, you know.
Yeah.
So that's sort of the.
And then oh man, I'm blanking on the guitar player's name, and that's lame.
Mark Daigle.
Yeah. Okay, you just
we can fix that in post.
Yeah, I won't be editing this. Sorry, Mark. But like, and then there's a thing when you got like multiple singers, because you have these like multiple points of view, I think, and you know we do this well, I think, in other projects, but it's like, you know, I like this, I'm this guy, you know, like I think what you were like, I'm the Tom Petty guy or Pearl Jam or U2, and then he's, you know, if it's Wilco or anything in that vein,
replacements, stuff like that.
Right. Yeah. So I think it's really cool to have that. It's, if you're like, you can't really manufacture that. Like I don't know if like, you're not going to pick the cool, if you're like, oh, I should learn some Wilco, you're not going to pick the cool Wilco song as someone who's like goes way deep with them.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's going to be like, oh, I like this song off of AM. Like no one ever plays that. Wilco doesn't even fucking play that probably. Right. So
yeah.
You know, and then that dude who's sitting in the bar who's of our age you're going to get that guy going, oh my God. They're playing this, you know?
Yeah.
Fucking finally.
Yeah. Almost every time Mark sings lead on a song, there's like some sort of, I don't want to say nerd because then we are nerds or
Yeah,
whatever, but
yeah.
some like guy with a, deep musical sort of encyclopedic knowledge is like kind of gives us a, what are y'all doing? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
It's cool.
I identify as nerd.
Yeah. Okay, good.
I've found like,
I know you can call yourself that, but what do I call you?
it's okay. It's okay if you say it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's sort of what I feel like that's kind of become our lane.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um,
I mean, we're in a cover band, for God's sakes. That's pretty nerdy.
Yeah,
don't you think?
yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I like that. I like explaining it to people.
Yeah.
And like people are like,
And what's it called again?
yeah, yeah. Bar band. And what do you do?
And what do you? We play the band songs.
Like,
Songs by the band. I always have to say that.
yeah, and go as long as you can without giving them a song title or just singing the weight
Yeah.
for them.
Take a load off. Annie is probably what you think it says.
Yeah, it's not. Sorry. Got to call you on your bullshit now. Well, we go way back. Like,
Yeah.
it's what? I think we're at like over 30 years now, which is
Definitely.
which is lame.
Definitely. I'm going to say a junior in high school. Maybe it was the summer before my senior year and the summer before your
Sophomore year,
sophomore
maybe.
year, something
Yeah.
like that. If my memory is we were at a show in a thing that doesn't exist. I think it's where the Winspear Opera House is now. It was called Artist Square, and it was a concert, and it was Tripping Daisy, probably around Elastic Firecracker.
Yeah.
Toadies played, Reverend Horton Heat played.
Yeah, it was like everybody.
All day thing.
Mm-hmm.
And we somehow had mutual friends. I can't trace
Couple
that
of girls.
exactly. Okay.
I think now we would call them groupies.
Oh, okay. Is that what was going on?
Well, not in a not in the traditional sense, but like,
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, like they gravitate to guys in bands,
Okay.
kind of girls.
And I was there with guys in my band. You were there presumably with guys in your band?
No, I think I was there with
You were there with the girls, with
Yeah.
the groupies. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Right on. Good. Okay. Cool.
and they knew you because they were a local 63 groupies.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And I'm speaking about Ann and Holly,
That's right.
who
Hi, Ann. Hi.
yeah,
Hi,
I hope they're listening.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
So yeah, that may be right. And then I can recall maybe that Ann realized that you and I live pretty close.
Yeah.
And we went to your house maybe, and like all these events are a little jumbled in my mind as
For
like
sure.
what went first. But and then like one of the first things I ever drove a car to legally was it called like Zeb's Place?
Yes, it was.
It was a local 63 show.
Yeah.
Maybe very soon after Alla Bryan, your drummer, had gotten all of his like hardware stolen,
Yeah.
which is not great.
Yeah.
It's important, people.
There's an outside chance that Jet Screamer played that show.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah. Yeah. And that was a real divey place.
Was it a rehearsal studio?
Yeah. It was a rehearsal studio, and they just turned like the large room into a venue every once in a while. And
BYOB.
totally. No stage, just kind of like set up like on that wall,
Yeah.
like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was fun.
Yeah.
Damn, your parents let you drive there. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, they were like, you can have this car, like a hand-me-down car. And I was
Yeah.
like, bye.
Yeah. That's good.
I think maybe the first thing I actually drove to was a Primus concert.
That's awesome.
Dallas Music Complex.
Yeah.
Was that a thing?
That was totally a thing.
I cannot even remember where that was.
I feel like it's kind of down by, where that South Side on Lamar, Port David's Pub sort of part
Okay.
of town. I think it was down that
Okay.
way, but fact check me.
Yeah,
know.
we'll look it up.
Yeah, but we, so then Local 63 and Interstate 9 played a bunch of shows, I feel like. In
Yeah.
my memory, it was a bunch. I don't know how many it was, but it seems frequent.
Yeah, so you have a band called Local 63.
Yeah.
I'm in a band called Interstate 9. I still regret telling you that there was a battle of the bands going on.
Yeah.
because we got second place and you guys got first.
Yes. Thank you for the invitation to that. That was so weird. Definitely the first and only Battle of the Bands I've ever participated in. Not that I've really had too many offers to do others, but that was a weird scene. But it was really fun summer, I think. I mean,
it was awesome.
That was the Plaza Theater.
Yeah,
in Carrollton.
It was like 8 or 16 bands.
Totally
doing
kind of like brackets or whatever.
Yeah, and it's funny. I think I've done one other Battle of the Bands, and it was up here in Denton, and we got second place in that as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm a runner-up.
Yeah. It's lonely up here at the top, Sandlin. Yeah. In first place.
Y'all made that cool record.
Yeah. We took our earnings to Deadbeat Studios.
Hell yeah. Mm-hmm. Or Last Beat, or was it?
It was this, at the time we recorded there, it was called Deadbeat. And I don't know, it was in the Last Beat building, and it was definitely the Last Beat Studios, but I don't know.
Yeah. And then, I guess kind of like you went off to school.
Yeah.
And then we kind of catch back up. Just a few years later, I remember I was like doing sound, and somebody had a Local 63 sticker on like a guitar case or something, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool." And I didn't recognize it. It was like the star logo thing, and I was like, "Where'd you get that?" And he was like, "Oh, my friend Jeff Gruber plays in that band." I was like, "Do you have his number?"
Oh, cool.
This is like obviously pre-social media, or at least so I was like, and then pretty soon after that we're doing some kind of Sunday drive.
Yeah. That's when I really was in that band.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And and I think that's like probably like the beginning of my like learning that you like, because we would do covers, and she'd pull like all kinds of just seemingly random things, and bring them to the table. It was like a very I don't know, cool, different.
Thanks. It was fun. I feel like Sunday Drive was definitely those set lists were not as intentional as maybe would have liked them to have been in hindsight. But it was coming from the same sort of place of trying to find like some, I don't want to say deep cuts, but some covers that are off the beaten path a little bit. And I thought we would do a cool job of playing stuff that didn't really fit with our original music, which I really liked at the time. Again, in hindsight, I was probably not like the most...
Not a good business model?
No, that was very much, I say for us, but I guess it was maybe more for me. But
Not for us.
Yeah, no, it was fun. It was cool. It was collective, and everybody was into it. Yeah.
Like it had a very open, everybody bring what you want.
Yeah.
There was no like never any discussion about like our sound
or direction.
No.
Yeah, I know.
And like, I mean, that's cool. It's like, but I think there is probably a reason why it like we maybe outgrew it.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah, definitely.
And of course, like I got Ryan involved in that. It's like, I know this guy. If we need, I think like when I feel like when there's like talk of like Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, it's like you have Steven Stills, who's like an excellent guitar player, and then for whatever reason they were like, we need Neil Young. And that's like probably like Ryan would be that to us, of like he's just a wild card, and like would like brought some, I mean, just someone who's like, oh yeah, I can play lead guitar, whether or not he,
it was great. I mean, he was playing lead guitar. I think he was, messing with other sorts of instrumentation, singing backup, singing lead on stuff. I mean, it was really, it opened up a cool period for Sunday Drive for sure. One that I guess we're still sort of coasting on.
Yeah.
right now,
Yeah. And brought cool tunes in.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, because like at that time or when he joined, it was like he just had this amazing back catalog of.
He had like 3 solo albums or whatever, sort of home recording albums that he just had all this material, and it fit in really well. We picked it up pretty quick, I think, too. It was cool. I was so into the idea of another lead singer. At that time, you hadn't started singing as much lead as you do now. I think back then there were a couple songs in each set. And Clint had like maybe 1 or 2. But I really liked that opened up, I think, a cool direction that I sort of later kind of learned, even in Squirrel the Girl, where it's just like opening it up to multiple lead vocalists, is like, I like that dynamic a lot. I think that's kind of where I learned about it, was when Ryan joined Sunday Drive, like, oh, this is really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I guess, we like those kind of bands.
Oh, yeah.
The
Beatles.
Yeah.
Fugazi.
The band.
The band.
The Grateful Dead.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And then somewhere along the way, like, I guess Ryan and I were like living together and kind of split off into doing our own thing. Mm-hmm. And then all of Sunday Drive adopted a new lead singer.
Oh yeah,
and
Slow Burners.
Yeah, so there's it's like this other chapter, and for whatever reason, I can't remember if it. I was trying to think about it today, that maybe like we had decided we were gonna just become the Slow Burners, and was that going to like effectively do away with Sunday Drive?
I don't remember exactly. I think it was a combination of things. Clint Hoyler, our Sunday Drive's bassist, was moving away.
Okay.
And
I thought that had something to do with it.
And it was, I think Slow Burners had started forming as an idea, and maybe we had played some shows. Clint was moving away. I think it felt very natural to just like, well, we're not going to continue Sunday Drive without Clint.
Yeah.
And like, and other reasons, but that was like at least one that on paper was like, yeah, okay, that's a reason to not continue with Sunday Drive. And oh, by the way, here's a cool thing we can still get to play together with.
Yeah.
And that was the Slow Burners, which, man, I had a lot of fun in that band. I really liked that. That was a cool band.
That was a blast.
I wonder if any of that stuff is out anywhere. I haven't looked.
I think there is some stuff on YouTube and possibly a Bandcamp.
Okay.
Shout out George Neal.
Yeah. Hi, George.
And Clint.
And Clint. All right.
Okay, like, I guess, like, to go back a little bit, is Local 63 your first band?
I mean, other than, literally some friends, this guy had a drum kit, that guy had a bass amp, and we set up in a garage. But I played like a backyard or two before, before finding Brian Washington and Ramsey Al-Rakabi, and our original bassist was a guy Paul Kundari. But then he kind of left, and then Brian had brought in Louis Boole, and that sort of became what ended up morphing into Local. I think we had the name before we had Louis, but yeah. Local 63 was the first thing that I was ever like really active with.
And you like at that time were also or at the time I met you were an active 4-tracker.
Oh yeah.
Dude, Jeff's Crap.
Yeah.
Which we
pulled from, yeah.
Yeah. And collaborated on.
Oh yeah, we recorded that one at Brian's studio, right? Yeah, that's right. That was fun.
And so I remember like getting those tapes from you, and I think from other than like I just liked your band, or I liked Local 63, I really loved that dynamic, and everybody was like every position was really cool and good. But then again, to like have a full cassette tape of a bunch of original songs by someone I knew was like what?
Yeah.
You know, like, is this, I don't know. It seemed like, I know it's probably way easier now and way more common now or something, but just the, I don't know, like someone's just writing a bunch of tunes, recording them, and then passing them out to their friends just was a very cool idea to me. And definitely you were definitely the first person I knew who actively did that.
Oh, that's awesome. Thanks for listening to it.
I loved it.
Should have been more self-editing, probably. They had like 22 songs on one cassette or something.
I think that's kind of what it was about, though.
Yeah.
It was like, I mean, what else were you going to do with them?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I mean, they were just going to die in my bedroom, or I was going to duplicate some tapes and hand them out to friends.
Yeah,
so.
And we did pull from them. Very early Sunday Drive stuff would be like, oh, you know, we have to do this, or, you know.
Yeah.
Some of them, again, maybe not the most popular choices.
No. No, it was very indulgent, wasn't it? But
yeah.
But whatever. At the time, it felt right, I guess.
How'd you learn to play?
I got an acoustic and took lessons for maybe like, I don't know, 6 or 8 months when I was 13, 14, somewhere in there. And I ran into a guy and we were reminiscing about this, but there was a guitar store over on Lovers and Inwood called Frets and Strings.
Yeah, I remember.
It's kind of on the upstairs over there. And at some point I don't know if they lost their lease. I don't remember. I was very young. I mean, in hindsight, 14 years old. I don't know what happened, but it closed. And I continued to take lessons. My guitar teacher was teaching like out of his apartment, and then he moved away. And once he moved away, I didn't ever take formal lessons again, but I had enough to be dangerous. And by that time I had talked my parents into getting me like an Ibanez electric and a little Squire, probably 110-inch amp or something like that. And I was just hooked on Appetite for Destruction and Kick and, dare I say, some other really hair metal stuff, back then. And it was just, I just kept going with it. And so it was kind of more like, I learned a lot, and maybe this speaks to where I've ended up. I learned a lot by learning songs that I liked. Yeah. And that's where I pick up new chords or new combinations of chords and stuff like that. And so I've always been just sort of real into listening to what the musicians on this music I like to listen to are doing.
And do you start writing immediately?
Pretty shortly after, yeah. I would find myself just coming up with stuff, whether it was, at the outset, probably just some very basic instrumental stuff. I didn't really start that Jeff's Crap tape that you're referencing is the first time when I really started like singing or writing lyrics and, even trying to put songs together. I was in the first couple bands. No, I didn't say that. The first couple times I got together with other players before Local 63, I was just playing guitar. There was always a dedicated singer. It just never really crossed my mind to ever get into that part. But once I started doing that Jeff's Crap stuff, it just kind of kept going.
And that was like literally you were like, they make a machine where you can play all the parts by yourself, and I can do that. I can come up with this guitar part. I can sing a vocal and do a little like play drums or whatever.
Yeah, that concept of layering the different tracks really came sort of, I don't know, instinctive to me. I was like, oh, I'm going to do this next and take a second pass at it. And I was bouncing, so it was getting 7 tracks out of the 4-track.
Yeah. Adding tape hiss.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was pretty low-fi, low fidelity.
I still like, there's like I don't know, there's some part of me that like appreciates that. And I think it's probably just that, I'm like, a little like older or something. I feel like everything's like so, good, solid recording equipment is so readily available. Like what we're doing here, what we're recording on here, that like it's pretty easy to like. There was no. I don't think you were ever going to create something on a 4-track. You know, you'd hear about those wizards. You hear about like Beck or someone like that.
Sure,
it was like who could make a 4-track record worth releasing or something. But now probably anyone who has any interest in recording will instantly have essentially, you know, like really, you know, within reason, pretty good equipment, pretty good starting place. And I think it's like got there's like almost like feels like a step gets lost somewhere. Or like, this is my like blame for, I can't get into like certain new music or something like that. It's like, if everybody has a recording studio in their bedroom, then it, you know, might dilute the final product just a little bit.
Well, yeah, because it's so easy to make something that sounds professional quality. And there's like, you saw maybe that phase you're talking about that got cut out. It's like kind of the demo phase.
Yeah.
Right?
That's exactly what I mean.
Straight to, this is ready for commercial release without any sort of, you know, self-editing or, you know, I don't know.
And then I think you might also have people going, like being in a recording studio, like trying to make it sound like a bedroom record.
Trying to make it sound shitty.
Yeah. Which is cool.
It's fun. Yeah.
We delve into that.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool.
Oh, dude. Okay. So like, you got me into Springsteen.
Okay.
And, via the Nebraska record.
Yeah.
I finally watched the movie. Have you watched the movie?
I made it about halfway through, and I something happened. I haven't gone back and finished it yet. But I mean, it was. Yeah. I'm not a super biopic. Is that how you say that word?
Yeah.
That's not my jam. But
no, me neither.
Yeah, but it was cool. I mean, it was interesting.
I had a interesting time watching it, and like I was. I'm kind of on this like. I feel like Springsteen stock is kind of low right now. I don't know why. Well, I think I do know why. It's that like he's just kind of he's out there and he's kind of doing like a little bit of like a preachy sort of thing. And Ryan and I were sort of fantasizing like that maybe everyone if everyone would just be cool, then Springsteen would like go back to playing the old shit. You know, it's like, no, man, we're fine.
The country's fine, Bruce.
Yeah,
the country's fine.
No. I mean, it's no unrest.
Go write some new songs.
Yeah. or let's do Take the River tour out again, man. That was cool.
Yeah,
everybody liked that.
Yeah,
we're good, Bruce. We're good.
Yeah, I think we were lucky enough to like catch up to liking the Boss before he kind of like tipped over into that, you know, that realm. We saw a couple of good shows in the Rising tour era. I think that was still pretty cool.
Yeah, it was. But I guess I was like kind of thinking that maybe even at the time that like in the early 2000s when you were, you know, kind of getting me into it, that his stock might have been kind of low then too, you know, like I don't think it was cool to like Bruce, if it ever was, or if it is now or whatever.
Yeah,
but
well, I mean, his 80s stuff had been sort of like, well, not forgotten, but it was classic rock, and the newer stuff he put out in the 90s, I don't think really got the time of day much. Right? No. And speaking of which, we absolutely nailed Born to Run back in the day.
Oh yeah.
By the way, I think that was another important milestone for that band, because that was at the time, that was probably the most challenging cover that we had worked up. Yeah,
that was like multiple weeks in the practice room before it was like, okay, it's ready.
Yeah.
Like,
and then we played the shit out of it.
Yeah.
Like all the time.
Yeah.
But sorry, segue.
No, that's
and my favorite, before we were calling bar band, when Sunday Drive did a couple of shows as Who's the Boss, which I think you came up with. That was absolutely the best.
Or maybe Ryan.
Or was it Ryan? Okay,
Yeah.
that was absolutely the best cover band name
Yeah.
I've ever heard.
Yeah, and we can revive that at
Yeah.
any time.
We need a sax.
Okay, yeah. So Ryan and I, the reason that came up, the whole create a conspiracy to think to let Bruce Springsteen know that we're all fine and he can go back to playing the old stuff, was we do a CCR band with Big Mike, and there's a sax player in that band.
Okay.
And I'm like,
all right.
I was kind of like, pulling Ryan to the side, like, do you see the dude with the saxophone, That'd be cool.
Say, bro, you know Jungle Land?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like, so anyway.
That's great.
Keep
me posted.
Yeah. Everyone keep a lookout for Who's the Boss. Yeah, but there's plenty of other, like, I didn't know John Prine, before that, really. I didn't know, like, I was, there was like other things that are really cool that were not like, guilty pleasures.
Yeah.
That I don't know if I was just blind to or whatever, but.
Well, when I was off at college in Mobile, over on the Gulf Coast, there was a group that I would play with, and we would just do covers at bars all the time, and they were older guys, and they were the same guys that would teach me, Brown-Eyed Girl, Mustang Sally, like these sort of swamp rock staples, standards at these bars.
Yeah,
were the same guys that showed me Illegal Smile by John Prine or Magnolia by J.J. Cale, you know? And so I kind of started getting like, oh, wow, there's this whole sort of cool part of whatever that kind of sound was,
Right.
I think that brought that back with me. And when Sunday Drive was starting to gig, I was like, hey, I know these songs from playing in these bars already. Let's throw them in.
Yeah. Do you remember when we went back? We went and played in Mobile.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And that dude Thurber came and jammed with us.
Yes. Oh, my God. I had totally forgotten about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. He came up and played a couple songs with us at that was kind of like a club downtown or something that we played at. Yeah. Wow. Damn. That's awesome.
Yeah. That was in our, is it the same as the New Orleans trip? I feel like that.
It must have been, right? I don't think we would have gone down there twice.
I don't think Ryan was on that trip, though. I think that might have been a smaller.
Okay, maybe we did just Mobile one weekend, and then like the next year we did a couple shows. Because I guess we played New Orleans a couple nights when we did New Orleans. Yeah, okay, that must have been what that was.
Yeah.
Wow, okay. Crazy.
Yeah.
Good memory.
Yeah, going back. And then there was a girl, too, a singer. Like maybe she got up and sang something with us.
In Mobile, yeah. Her name was Sue. They used to just slay Amy. I think isn't that
Temporarily?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe we. Oh, awesome.
Yeah, I think we probably did.
Okay.
Yep. You're welcome.
All right. And then we're like somehow now both playing in Grateful Dead tribute bands, but not the same one.
Weird.
Although there has been some crossover.
Yeah.
Which has been nice. How did you end up in Bandolero? How did that come together?
I sat in with him a couple times on guitar and got to know him a little bit. And actually, incidentally, I think I sat in for both guitarists at certain points, So one time was Rick, one time was Rob, or vice versa. And then the founding guy, Paul Corliss, like I said, he took a job, I think, out of town and moved, and they were gigging consistently enough in Dallas to where it wasn't going to be practical for him to make every single one. Mm-hmm. So initially, Rick approached me as just kind of being like the Dallas version, for the shows that Paul couldn't make. And I was totally cool with it. I was, it was it was a challenge for me because I'd listened to the Dead, but I wasn't as, like it wasn't as ingrained in me like it was with you or like some of the other guys in the band. And so I had a new sort of like songbook to learn, or songs to pay attention to, and that kind of thing, which I thought was really cool. And then it just kept happening and kept growing, and Paul stopped coming up as much, and now I think he's moved even farther away. I believe he's in Michigan now, so it's not even really an option for him anymore. But that was kind of how that came about, and I've been in that group for the last couple of years.
I like that I was like because I was at Tolbert's yesterday, and the sound guy was like, "You're always in here with good bands."
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
I
was like, that's awesome. And I was like, bar band is, I think been going for or maybe 15 years at this point, and then obviously he knows me from the Dead thing and Raised Right Men or whatever, or I guess I was beginning to say, like, maybe 3 years ago he would have only known me from bar band or Raised Right Men.
Mm-hmm.
And then somehow, by like some virtue of like just kind of being around, I think, I love playing with Big Mike.
Yeah, definitely. Me too.
And I think the start of that was us needing him to fill in on bass.
Yeah.
With bar band a couple of times.
Yeah.
And I think him coming to play with us sort of opened him up to being like, oh, this, different crew than I'm used to, but they can play. And then, I think somehow by virtue of that, he's pitched me a few things. He pulled me into this Willie band.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Have you seen that yet?
No, I haven't.
You would dig it,
yet.
man.
I've definitely. I will be there next time. Yeah.
And so
he does like nylon string, right? Didn't somebody's like recreating Willie's?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
He plays the like Willie guitar, and then there's a singer, a dedicated singer, who is kind of is the face of it, and where it has pigtails and Keegan McEnroe, who's great,
awesome,
and kills it. That's a really fun band. And then whatever, Big Mike's just a nerd like we are, and we'll just dream up some idea for, hey, would it be cool if we did this? Yeah, that'd be, Creedence or Cream, or I love just throwing other things at him. Like, I mean, even we started bringing up the Bruce thing. I couldn't tell if he was like interested, but he started being like, what's your favorite record, man?
Okay.
And
right.
like
kicking the tires. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but I think before that, I just kind of been like, I'd love to play with that guy. I don't know if I can hang. Yeah, it is. Everything is a little like tougher, better.
Yeah. The stakes are a little higher, right? I mean, you feel like you gotta.
Well, I mean, I once you're in there with like everybody, I think you kind of feel like we're all kind of playing the same game.
Yeah.
Or something. You realize, like, I don't know. So not to say, like, not to diminish it at all, but I think I just was like, oh man, I don't know if Big Mike would play with me, kind of thing. And then we get into like, oh yeah, we have a lot of common ground. There's we certainly. So there's some shit that he does. I'm like, I don't think I can bust out that Rush tune.
No, you're right.
Or things like that. But
well, with like the preparation ahead of time, I think that's kind of what I've sort of been able to chill myself out in those situations where it's just like having the confidence that everybody else around you is prepared.
Yeah.
And you've prepared also. So it's like, this is going to work. This is going to be fine. And, most of the time it is.
Yeah. And typically if things go haywire, it's not always just me.
Yeah.
That's the reason. Sometimes it is.
Yeah. But we all cover for you.
Yeah. And thank you.
You're welcome.
And I somehow find myself pulled into the Dead thing.
Yeah, which is awesome.
With Kenny, which again is like Kenny Withrow, which is like, just kind of being on the scene. And we were kind of trying to trace it back to like when we met. And I think, maybe like 2009 or something. It was a RTB2 gig. When you have a band without a bass player, people like to set you up with other bands without a bass player.
Okay, right, yeah.
And so he was playing with someone named Cricket Taylor.
Okay.
And like maybe it's called like and the Electromagnetics. I think it was Kenny, a drummer, and a singer. Cricket. Can't remember if she played guitar, but that was our introduction to
cool.
Kenny. And then I would go see the Dead thing, and there was like, I mentioned that we had bar band and it would be cool to do a show together.
Yeah.
And then, I think, I feel like Kenny was like, do you ever play any Dead music? And I was like, no, I mean, I haven't in a long time, but I would love to. And there was some like loose talk about that I might have an opportunity to be second drums in Forgotten Space.
Oh.
That just never really, like, just for whatever reason, never either I didn't pursue it hard enough or they didn't. I think it was all just yeah, that'd be cool. And then, so for Kenny to, invite me into the Dead thing was kind of out of the blue. I still, like, there was a while where, like, I thought it was a one-off, I thought it was, like, covering for someone. And then it was just like, okay, well, next thing is this. I'm like...
Was there a second drummer already that you were replacing? Okay.
I actually don't know.
Okay.
It seems like everything they've done has had two drummers. But the first thing I played with them was not with the drummer I play with now.
Okay.
It was this guy, John Bush, who was in New Bohemians.
Oh, right on.
Who was a great drummer.
Sure.
But I was like, I mean, I don't know. I felt like I was like, you ever see that video where it's like the sheepdog who has no idea how to herd the sheep and is just kind of running around the herd and the sheep are paying no attention? That's kind of how I felt. It was just like, okay. Like it just sort of felt like I was following him around. Like I didn't, it was an awesome experience for like, because he
you got the gigs. So
I mean, whatever I did, it was fine. But I very much felt like whatever you're doing over there, okay. He's like louder than me, kind of plays more like on top of the beat. So the whole time it was never quite in my comfort zone, but it was fun as hell. I got the gig.
Yeah.
So
all's well that ends well.
And yeah, we got this like big show coming up that I guess we're kind of like trying to cross promote a little bit.
Yeah. So that's August 15th.
Yeah, at Longhorn Ballroom, Dallas Dead Summit. I'll tell you what I know about it.
Okay, yeah.
It maybe just start out of like a conversation of, oh my God, how many fucking Grateful Dead bands are there in this market?
Yeah.
And it's crazy how many there are, and like
they're all pretty active too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And get support. Mm-hmm. Like there's a legit audience for it, and they're very into it.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's like it's amazing.
It's really cool. It's like you see the same faces at the show at any of the band's shows. It's like the same crowd is following it. It's really cool.
That thing that we did, the other thing that we did like at the end of May at Lee Harvey's, was like really wild because that sort of had a little bit of like this show proto energy or something, because we had Richard playing keyboards, you on playing guitar and doing vocals, and then like, so you kind of like look out in the crowd and be like, oh, I see Bandolero people, like, you know,
Yeah.
it like you could see sort of everybody. Plus, it was a after party.
Oh, that's right.
From another,
string cheese
yeah.
or something. Yeah.
So
right.
and then it was just random wooks everywhere.
That show was fun, very fun.
That interaction we had with the
the birthday girl.
Yeah.
Was that what it was?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I don't remember, but she was nuts.
The wheels were off.
Yeah. Before the show. Mm-hmm. It's wild.
Yeah.
But yeah, so somehow this all like, I guess sort of planted in Kenny's mind, like we should get everyone together.
Yeah.
And I think the Kessler thing that he did last year, Homage Nation,
yep.
probably fed this idea of like, there's a big audience, and talk about like, I don't know, dead stock has risen a lot in the last like 10 or 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like when we were, I don't know, it was like I knew people who were into it when I was in like a teenager, when they were still active.
Yeah, in high school in the mid 90s or whatever, early 90s.
And very much had that like cultish thing where people who were into it were way into it, and people who weren't hated it. Yeah. And actively.
For sure.
Like coming to Denton in this like indie rock hub of Denton was like...
No, the Dead was like a cliche to
yeah.
that, you know, I mean...
Yeah.
It's interesting in hindsight. I mean, I was definitely a late bloomer. I never had a distaste for it. I mean, I sort of, just like everybody had, you know, American Beauty, probably Working Man's Dead, probably Without a Net, you know, it's sort of like some of the stuff that was just sort of around when we were in high school.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, it's funny how these days it's such a huge part. I mean, it's this huge connection between all these people. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, you know, like we're doing this Bob Weir tribute at the thing. And I think like, I did not think so much about it at the time, but since his passing, been trying to cough for a second here.
Drink some water.
That he did like a really amazing job of like moving their legacy into like a new generation.
Oh man.
Of what
Dead and Co?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. 100%. Yeah. That definitely brought it way more to the forefront than I think it would have been had it just been, you know, if their entity had just been relying on continued, you know, Dick's Picks releases or, you know, that kind of thing. The fact that song catalog continued to tour and play cool venues, you know, every summer for a couple of years there and like that, you know. Hearing Dead songs on the lawn at Starplex was, you know, that was a sort of relived experience for probably half that audience and a brand new experience for the other half of that audience, you know. It's pretty smart of them.
I definitely overheard like a girl on her phone walking through the lawn at Starplex being like, no, I'm here seeing John Mayer.
For sure.
And like, I mean, it definitely made me laugh. And then at the same time, I was like, this is genius.
Yeah.
Like like thinking of getting someone with that big a name and realizing that's probably what you needed. You couldn't just...
It worked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw it 3 or 4 times. I think 3 maybe.
Yeah.
And
same, I think.
Enjoyed it a lot.
Definitely.
And the same deal, like I'd hear people say, oh, I took my kids, and I took my kid just like,
that's awesome.
8 or whatever. Like, I don't know what you will think of this, but you will be able to say you saw an incarnation of the Dead.
That's that thing you said about the John Mayer concert has me thinking. I was like, I've always wondered why, Bandolero plays Barley House pretty frequently, and be like, why does Sugaree go over so well here every single time that we play? It's like, oh, maybe that's it. Maybe because it's it's not a John Mayer song, or is it? I don't know. Yeah.
I think he wrote it.
Yeah.
But no, that's I know it was like a very controversial thing. And the guys in the Dead thing are like they're almost a generation older than us.
Sure.
And so it's really funny coming in to that, because they're very set about the era of Dead that they really like. And I won't out anyone, but like I definitely heard while Dead and Co was still going, like, oh man, it's a joke now. And like I don't like his playing. I don't like John. And I'd be like, well, I mean, have you seen it? No. No, I won't listen to it. It was that. Yeah. And like since then, even like in prep for this show, or like there's things that we deep cuts that we play that the Dead didn't really. And so when you have to go and search those things out, you will find, if it's not that, it's a Phil and Friends thing, but sometimes it's like, hey, you want a really clean version of this tune?
Yeah.
Here it is, a really great recording from 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And a really good band playing it, and it sounds really good.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
So it's like it's even softened in the last, 2 years or whatever, however long I've been doing it. That I don't know. They did a good thing.
Yeah, they did, for sure.
And I'm super excited about doing the show with you guys, and I hope it I want really badly for it to be like the first annual.
No, that would be great. That would
and
be
like
great. Yeah.
do and like I don't know. I like I said, before we started rolling, I listened to the other guys on a podcast today, and there was some talk about, because they've been doing it since 1990.
Yeah,
effectively,
definitely.
And there was some, maybe this is kind of where this idea started to grow, was like Kenny wanted to do a like Dead thing family reunion and try to track down every motherfucker who's ever played in the thing and do a show. And he wanted to do it at Dada, who Jeff Lloyd is. Do you know that guy who's like in charge of Dada now? British dude.
I don't think so.
Very cool guy.
Okay.
Always been. He's a lover of Ryan Thomas Becker music, and always been a big supporter of RTB too.
All right. Well, I like him already.
But he was, I don't think he fully understood, and he was kind of on a like, I'll give you a couple hours. And I think Kenny was like, we can't possibly do what we're attempting to do. And so I think,
like, how many people ballpark
I have no fucking clue.
Dozens.
Yeah. When I heard that today, I was like, it would be cool to do a like noon to midnight show. Like, I don't know, maybe someone like Kenny could, or someone like me might be crazy enough to try and, be there for the very beginning and the very end of it or something. But just come up with some kind of loose plan.
Yeah.
Get everybody to communicate with everyone and go, what song do you want to play, or what 2 songs would you like to play, and then just kind of,
that would be so fun.
Write a list and make. But anyway, I'm hoping that this is, because I know what we're doing now is there's effectively 5 or 6 bands.
Yeah, I think so. I think 6.
And then
we should have something printed out in front.
All right. Well, I know who everybody is.
Okay.
So it's Jack Ansel,
right,
and Smoking Around Midnight,
yes,
are kind of the openers.
Okay.
And then like Bandolero, 20 Hounds are like doing main support.
Yes.
Then the Dead Thing is doing a set, and then at the very end is the Bob Weir tribute, which is supposed to ideally feature some guests. I'm not, totally clear on who or who's doing what.
It's a surprise.
Damn right it is.
Yeah.
For everyone involved.
For everyone. There are a lot of surprises.
So, and I hope that it would just end up being like that there's some thing as it grows, like it gets a little more overlap.
Yeah, I think that'd be great. Do it annually, kind of change the theme up every year, and that sort of thing. That would be that'd be great.
You mentioned like kind of trying to familiarize yourself with the songbook, and like there as familiar as I was with like the songs and listening and being able to maybe identify the differences between different eras or things like that. Playing it is a whole other thing.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean the songs are deceptively complex.
Yeah,
a lot of times.
Yeah,
I find the same with the band, to be honest. And also the arrangements are a moving target too, because like you said, the era or even just the show, they just decided to do it a little different that way, or the tempo, like that sort of thing, which is cool, because you have so many different options and you can't really. I mean, I don't want to say, of course you can mess it up, but you could do a different version of a song. That would be a fun concept for one of these shows with multiple bands. Everybody play the same set list, but do different versions.
Oh my God.
That'd be pretty heady.
I don't
think we'd sell too many tickets.
Yeah, we've been doing like, I guess like behind the scenes, there's been like a little bit of like who's playing what. So there aren't repeats. I was going to suggest like, don't do that.
Yeah.
Like everyone just show up and do your thing.
And be damned if we all play Shakedown or something like that. Yeah.
I was like, I mean, that could be kind of cool. Like if that would be a very like fun and interesting thing of like, I mean, because also if you're standing there and someone starts playing your opener,
I say we be bold. We open with Wandering.
So I think it's going to be really cool. And I'm really hoping that it's like, the first of many. And then, I'm eagerly awaiting the next Jeff's crap.
Oh, well, I don't know if there's anything in the works right now, but I'll talk to management.
Okay.
We'll see what's up.
Yeah. Do you still find time to write or anything, or is that?
Yeah. Certainly not as much. I mean, slowed down quite a bit, but yeah, I've got, some stuff demoed loosely and things like that. I'm not sure if I'll ever do anything with them, but I don't think you shut it off, right? I mean, it just kind of, sometimes it just sort of happens and feel like writing something down or recording something. And so, I still do.
Still on cassette?
No, I've upgraded to the digital 8-track, but, it's funny that Jeff's Crap 4-track, I saw there's something about the preamp in those things that was like sought after, and I couldn't resist. I put mine was in great shape. I put it on reverb, and somebody thought it was a very worthwhile investment, and so I was happy to mail it to him.
Which one was it?
Tascam 424 MK2, maybe something like that. I even had a few sealed cassettes. I don't know if they're still, if they still worked or whatever.
I'm sure they,
just like,
I would assume they do. Yeah.
But yeah, apparently another buddy that got Mark from Squirrel sent me, like somebody makes a stomp box that's supposed to replicate that preamp, because that's like overdriving that preamp is a cool distortion pedal now or something like that. But I figured it was sitting on my shelves. I should let somebody do something with it,
I definitely did that. Like Ryan had the real small one, the more like primitive. Yeah. Like I don't remember the model, but Like I don't even remember if there was a
Porta 2,
yeah,
Porta 7, Porta 2.
Porta 2.
Yeah.
And so like for some reason we were recording something and I was like, because of the way he sings with like a condenser mic, it was just picking up more than I wanted, like other, just like other sounds, too much of him breathing or like, and so we figured out like a little, just like a SM57, and then through that 4-track, again, kind of, on that kind of distorting sound.
I think that knob was called trim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trim.
Crank the trim.
Pretty much. And then that it would like, it would just kind of cut through, and when you get loud, rather than, you wouldn't hear all those other noises. It would just distort a little bit and be like, that's cool.
That's cool.
So I'm, whatever people have figured out, I'm a believer. I'm glad they finally put it into a pedal.
Finally.
We need that pedal.
Yeah, definitely. You need to produce more Ryan Thomas Beckard records.
Man, I would love to.
Yeah.
I got to do a little bit with him on that most recent thing, which was super fun, and we had a really great time working on something, on an old song, but we have talked about it, and we will do it again.
That's good.
And then, yeah, I was also thinking I think post Sunday Drive, I haven't really had an opportunity to play any of your music, and we should probably figure out a way to make that happen.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Before we can't.
Before we forget to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless there's anything else you want to, you feel like we failed to mention or discuss, or
no, I'm good. Thanks. That was fun catching up and bullshitting about nonsense.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.